NASCAR race. We are going to get to know a new athlete in the great city of Cleveland. How about Dalvin Tomlinson? So far, the Browns' big-time signing, who is quite the character. So Anthony's on scores. If you have a question about scores, ask the voice
I'm handicapping
of God,
that I'm going to get last
answer.
in this one.
And with that,
Really?
Steve,
I think there's at least a 37% chance Anthony screws up the scores.
he is the voice of God here.
48%, take it or leave it.
All right.
We'll take
Very
it.
good.
Question number 1. Dalvin Tomlinson was a 5-star prospect coming out of high school.
I don't even know where he went to school. He's a 4-star.
Trade for Otani.
False. Tyvis says false.
Tyvis
Bull
says true.
So if
Oh,
it
no,
is
I'm the
true,
only one that said true.
Bull's in the lead. And let's see the answer, Steve. Is Bull out to the early running? No.
False. 4-star.
Catch up. He was a 4-star.
You knew that?
That is correct.
Do I? Well, look.
Yeah.
I was going to play
Did
that.
you guys know that, or did you guess?
I knew that.
I guessed.
It ain't a lot
There's
of...
one thing I know fat boys up front.
Well, what's
one of
good
them.
is, like, because he's so new and he was such a big piece, a lot of people read his bio.
Yeah.
And so
that's shady.
maybe
Is
we will do better than
that
I
the
thought.
biggest piece we have?
Yeah. No,
this
yeah.
offseason?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's the biggest sign.
I think so.
They
He's
Yes.
spent way
biggest
more
piece.
money on him than everyone else.
Yeah,
so.
you're right.
All right, question number 2. Tomlinson is the first wrestler in Georgia State history to win 3 consecutive heavyweight state
Is
championships.
there a chance he's not even a wrestler?
Sure.
Maybe.
It's,
Maybe not.
it's possible.
He's actually the first gymnast to win 3 titles.
Jay says false. G says false. Bull and Tyvis say true. So 2 of you will be right. And with that, Tyvis Powell takes the lead. It is true.
Them D linemen, them good D linemen.
No, I thought he was a two-time. I thought he was a two-time, or I thought there was a chance that he wasn't the first 3 times.
You never know with Mike's tricks.
By the way,
Trick begs a trick. Mike begs a trick.
the what you pick up from being a wrestler and playing that position, it's invaluable. It's all about weight,
Leverage.
and dispersion, and leverage, and
Did you wrestle in high school?
Heck, no, I'm a real athlete.
Basketball.
I play basketball. I put buckets up.
Had he wrestled, you know what? Had he wrestled, underneath his name right now, it would say former 11-time NFL player.
You're right.
NFL
You would have been
year
a good.
player.
You probably would have been a good wrestler.
I Euro step better.
I thought about getting into sumo a few years ago, but didn't happen.
All right, number 3.
Question number 3. Dalvin Tomlinson repped 225 pounds 33 times on the bench press at the NFL Combine.
That is a bench 33 times face right there.
Yeah, that's a scary face.
I'm about to say.
Like, man, I do not want to see
If you were
in a
going to
dark
hire
alley.
him to endorse a product based on that look, what product would it be?
Built Bar.
Liquid plumber.
Liquid plumber. That's so random.
Right? Some gun or something.
No, you know what I would have them do? You know,
He looks badass.
I've never used them, but I've seen them advertised. Those man wipes. You
Oh,
know what I'm
dude
talking
wipes.
about? What are they
Hey.
called?
Dude wipes.
Dude wipes.
Hey, you got to
Yeah.
keep them at the crib.
I can't even remember the question.
Did he
Tomlinson
bench
repped
33?
225
reps.
times on the bench press.
I think he
No,
got
it's going to be 33 times.
35.
No, 33 was the question.
True, false. And G. Bush, the only one that got this, only 22 reps.
Oh wow, really?
Man, listen.
That's low for a guy his
Very
size.
low.
Nah,
That
man.
face, by the way,
No,
looks like a guy
hey,
who benches more than 22
You
reps.
actually have to train to do 225. We be doing one rep. 225 over 20 times.
How many
is-
times did you hit it? What's the most?
I did it twice. One time I did it 21 times, but then I upgraded and got it 29 times.
Because you worked on it.
Yeah.
Close
It's-
to me,
it's
G.
just-
I did it 35 times.
15, and I racked that bad boy. Boom! That's all I needed.
Tyvis, low key, you an outside backer.
The one thing I'll say about the Ohio
Right.
State players, the Ohio State players know how to get ready for the combine
Yeah, they
as well
do.
as any program.
Who weighs more, Tyvis or JOK?
Well,
Ooh,
Tyler
that's-
said he's 230, so
229 to be exact.
Oh, he got JOK.
Oh,
JOK.
and y'all did wrong for letting DeQuil say he would cut him.
I tried to.
he doubled
When
down.
I
I
tell
doubled
you,
down.
I was on the floor laughing. Like, wow,
He was,
he
too.
said Cuddy.
They were like, Daddy, what's wrong? I'm laughing at JOK.
He said
It's gonna be awkward if DeQuell gets hired as the linebacker coach.
Hey, listen, you see here, hey, DeQuell, don't give me that company line.
Oh, he's
I'm gonna
giving it
ask
to you.
Hey, yeah, save your checks. I know what it is.
You know, after further evaluating the young man, man. I find that he's got a lot of talents that I missed.
Yeah, look, we overlooked a couple of things.
Speaking of Ohio State's pro day, Jackson Smith and Jig with Tyvis. I don't know if I saw your text.
I see.
4-5-1 and a 4-5-3 in the 40.
That keep him in the first round.
Hey, whoa.
4-5-1 keep him in there.
Hey,
if it was 4-5 high, he was
listen,
cutting it.
if you in the Archie Griffin Center, all Old State receivers are prerequisite 4-4. I'm confused because that means he looked like 4-6.
G. You gotta remember, G, it's 32 times. He didn't do it at the combine because he didn't want that laser on his name.
That laser.
You do it at pro day. You got 32 GMs with
really
32
they don't
different
use
times.
a laser?
Heck no.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I thought
everybody out there like this.
That's why.
So you got 32 different times.
That's why I wanted to see a 4-4.
That's why I always tell
hand
you
is
4-4-6 FAT, fully automatic.
Yeah.
That's fast.
That's me.
That's moving.
That's
You can
you
look
ran
at
the combine?
forever.
That's moving.
Forever. You can look at mine. Pro day number.
Yeah, you can't take that away.
All right, if we were running the 40 and I started to 20,
no,
and Tyvis starts at the beginning, he's beating me.
You're dead.
Yeah,
Where do I? What if I'm at the 30?
No, you'll beat him then.
Come on, dog. You're like.
What if I'm at the 25?
It's gonna be close.
I have to.
He had to get on his pony.
That would be fun as hell. That would be great.
All right, go ahead, Mikey.
Next question.
What's the standings right now?
Voice of God Anthony.
I think it's
Tyvis
tied.
and G. Bush tied 2-2.
Yeah,
Bull,
two
Jay
up.
tied 1.
Okay.
All-time second, came in second, and I'm the Phil Mickelson
When the
of this.
last time you won? I don't even know how many times. I think I'm going for
second a
9.
lot.
I come in second all the time, man. I'm Jay Mariotti.
Go ahead.
I get all
Question
that.
number
Hey,
4.
Mariotti.
Tomlinson had a 4.0 GPA in high school and was offered both an athletic and academic scholarship.
Hey, Anthony, stop putting stuff up there and playing around on the teleprompter. He ain't had none of that. And this might be considered for profiling too.
But you put true.
No, hold on. I didn't mean that. Hold on. I didn't mean that. Thank you. Falsified records.
Should have left it.
You guys are profiling.
I'm profiling.
I'm not
Should have
true.
left it.
Hey,
Thank you, Bull, for not profiling. It is true.
Yeah!
I'm profiling.
GPA. He
There
was
was
on
no way that was false.
full
I know,
scholarships to
Mikey.
Harvard.
No way he asked that question.
Hey, Tomlinson, when we come in, I got to talk to you, big dog. You had a 4.0?
No way that was going to be
Dang.
false. It's making fun of him, essentially, to some degree.
Hey, look, bro,
No, I didn't
listen.
think of it like that, Bull, but you're right.
Hey, look, I'm gonna keep doing it. If they ask me, Tyvis, is Tyvis got a 4.4 GPA or a 4.440? I'm going with the 4.440.
What was your GPA?
In college?
Yeah.
Not 4.4.
299.
Look,
Better than mine.
Yeah, that was exactly mine too. I
My
just
bad.
missed a 3.
Hey,
I was sick.
I was too.
I was sick.
And I missed I had a C that would have been a B, but I was a 79.9. So I always tell people I was as close as you could possibly come to getting Dean's List for my CUME for college that you could possibly get.
Hey, man.
1/10 of 1 percentage point in one class kept me from getting it.
D stands for diploma.
You should have
Mike.
asked, like, you ain't
I
nothing.
just
You
wanted-
can do
I just wanted-
I begged.
Ain't nothing.
Hey, I still don't know
All I
how
cared
that-
about was spending
Ready?
time at the radio station.
That's it.
That's all I cared about. Go
Next
ahead.
question. Tomlinson won 2 national championships at Alabama.
Nah, Saban got 7. One was with LSU. Tomlinson, 2. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. If he was there for a few years, I'm gonna go 2. Yeah.
I thought he went to Georgia.
So Bull, it's Bull is tied with G. Bush and
Yeah,
Ty now.
we all have 2. You
Yeah.
have 1.
So this
Voice of God Anthony can confirm.
Can't confirm.
False. True. 2 trues, 2 falses, and the trues are correct.
Yes, sir.
I
Lead went
changed
2.
it the last
So
second.
now it's
Damn it.
all of us have 2 and you have 3.
Yep.
Yes.
Now let's find a way G. Bush loses and comes in second, because that's what the chat wants.
gotta give the chat what they want.
You gotta give the chat what they want. Coming in that second.
G.
How many
Bush, you are a
questions we got left?
defensive- 3, I believe.
Oh, okay.
G. Bush is defensive lineman. This one should be up his alley.
Oh,
Steve, let's take it.
Let me see.
According to PFF, Tomlinson has never missed more than 4 tackles in a season.
See, this is tough because D linemen don't really never even get tackles.
I was
like
gonna
that.
say that too.
4 tackles, that means you got a lot of opportunities. You ain't standing up. I'm gonna go with true. I mean, if you're a D lineman and you're missing like 8 tackles, that means that's
By the way, I've switched my answer now 2 in a row. I switched to the wrong answer last time. Let's see if I've done that again.
True, false, true. 1 false, 3 trues, and Tyvis. is tied.
Oh,
Lead again.
2 in a row. I switched to the wrong answer.
What was it?
5.
I can't believe I switched to the wrong answer 2 times in a row.
You corny, man. You corny,
Damn
man. I don't like you.
All right, so we got 3-3-2-2, right? Everybody's still alive.
Yeah.
And we have 2 questions left.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So we tied.
Question number 7. Tomlinson's nickname is the Renaissance Man because on top of being an athlete, he's also an artist and musician.
Well, look.
See, I ain't gonna try to profile.
I'm a profile this again and stereotype it. If you got a 4.0, you go to Harvard, you got to know what the D-flat scale is. Yes, I'm going to go with true.
D-flat scale.
I agree with that, actually.
True.
True.
True's across the board.
Trues across the board, and you guys are all correct.
Come on now, don't play with
His
me.
nickname is
Listen,
the Renaissance
hey,
So, Bull, if we get this right and they get it wrong, it's a 4-way tie.
Four-way
tie, yeah.
It's never happened in the history of UCSS.
never
that is, it's never happened.
Or
Anthony,
if
one
I
score
get
check
it
before
right
we
and
go
y'all
into
get
the
it
final
wrong, I
question.
could just be the
We got Bull and
9
Jay
times
with
champ.
3, Tyvis and G. Bush
got
with
10.
4.
Yeah.
You don't have 10.
I do. My name's on that.
I feel like these guys have to go back to all the shows and find out who the exact winner was.
Right,
for everyone.
All
right.
the Wednesday shows.
I got 8
Mike, you
to
don't
be
have
exact.
enough jobs to do.
Like
You're technically the producer, but we know you have 18 jobs on the
and
show.
graphics, and I'll be turning my graphics in like yesterday.
G. Bush actually sent his graphics in for tomorrow.
Yeah,
this
but
morning.
his answer for the starting third baseman almost made me choke.
Yeah.
I
And
did
by-
threaten to fight
So
G for that, too.
I don't need your work 24 hours in advance.
Yo.
Take the extra time and get it right.
No, see,
by the way, starting in April, Mikey's going to have 42 jobs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes,
Crazy.
we'll tell
But
you that
game
later.
on
But
the line.
last
Yeah.
question.
Write my answer early.
Okay.
No,
Heading
it's
into
too
the
late.
final
God
question. Tomlinson wears number 94 because he was born in 1994. True or false?
Why you looking at me? Like,
All right. G, you.
Nobody does
I
that.
got
False.
They got different answers, so we got no
True. False. True. That means we're going to have a winner here.
shot. Yep.
Steve, before you take it, when you hit that graphic, Anthony, I want you to announce the winner. Steve, play it. Anthony, take it away.
It's unfortunately Tyvis, pal.
And we all
the
finished
9-time
back.
champ.
G, you finished in second again.
I told you.
The only
But so
nine-
did Bull and I.
The only 9-time
No, I finished
champ
like-
in
oh.
UCSS
No, I think-
history.